Come on a journey with me and let us explore education together. I want you to close your eyes for a minute. Think of a place that brings you peace and wonder. Where is that place? For me, it is on the beach. I sit and I watch as the sun comes up or goes down. I see the waves roll in and out. We all have a place that makes us feel happy. Now, I'm not going to say that a classroom will be that for you or for a child, but we do need to make it a place that they feel safe and have a sense of wonder. As an adult, what I want you to do is get to the children's perspective. Walk into a room and sit. No, not on that short table or those teeny tiny chairs, but on the floor. What do you see? What grabs your attention? How are you feeling? What do you smell? Sit there for a moment. You are now the height of most young children walking through those doors. We often focus just on the ideas of learning that come from children's questions and from educators' activities. The classroom teaches children things without ever saying a word. Loris Malaguzzi once said, "There are three teachers of children: adults, other children, and the physical environment." The questions you should ask yourself are pretty similar between indoor and outdoor learning environments, but in the handout I have divided them into two different groups. These questions could be used by anyone entering the space. It could be utilized by the educator to evaluate their learning space. It could be utilized with other educators to ensure a wonderful learning environment that creates a sense of wonder. It could also be utilized by parents to give them insight into why a room may look a certain way at a specific time of year. We need to start with a common understanding that play is a natural way for children to grow and learn. We need to foster that innate sense of wonder, and sometimes how the room looks will greatly affect this for children. Please enter the space with questions in hand. How does this space make you feel? Why? Does it create a sense of wonder? What is this space telling you? Who comes here? How do you know? Can you see areas that are clearly defined, that have a purpose? What area would you like to go to? Are there areas for people that are different from you? Is there a created space that is quieter, a place to get away? How are the spaces placed throughout the room? Blocks and building, dramatic play, art, paint, book, library, sensory tables, science or natural items? Do you think materials can go from one place to another easily? Would you be able to put something away on your very first day in this classroom if you were asked to? Is there a space for everyone's things? Do you have natural light that you can use, or do you have to use overhead lighting or lamps? Is there a lot of seating? What are you using the tables for? Are there clear lines of sight no matter where you sit in the room? What seems to be most important? What materials do you see? Are there any missing? Is there too much of something? How do children show their learning? What materials are present? When was the last time something was changed here? Is this space working for all that come here? Have you talked to the children about what they think and feel? Now we'll switch to the outside. How do you feel in this space? What materials can you see? Do you know what can happen here? What are you wondering about? What does this space look like? Is there a large open space? How do you know it is safe to be here? Is there a space where children can test their limits and try new things? How do you know? How do children show their learning? Now take some time and reflect on these questions by yourself. How do you feel? Do you see things that need to be looked at? How do you feel the space is functioning and inspiring children? If you have done this with others, have a conversation with them after the self-reflection. If you see changes needed, that is okay. If not, maybe have another educator come look at your space as well. Educators are lifelong learners, and that's what makes us wonderful. Let's be honest, nothing is ever perfect, and there's almost always room for improvement of some kind. Change is often difficult and often time-consuming. Take it one space or place at a time. Don't feel you need to do everything all at once. Are you missing items you wish you had? Where could you get them from? Could you ask for help from the parents or a larger community?